is going on, YouTube? Pass the prop back here yet again. It is Super Bowl. This is the fun stuff. We get to talk some fun props, novelty props across the board. Join as always, Stu. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Obviously, I enjoy the show every year. It feels like we get to talk about fun, random shit. It's like the Super Bowl. It's like, I don't know. For betting purposes, it's more of like you obviously want to make money, but they give you so many options, and you're likely going to be watching it with other people. Like, it just leads to normally a shit ton of bets. And I'm not saying that's the smartest thing ever, but if you're going to do it, you at least got to have some fun along the way, right? And they really let you do that. They give you a ton of different markets, a ton of different options, and even a lot of like long shots and stuff where you don't have to put too much money down. So I'm excited. I enjoy all of that. I think that makes it more fun. And yeah, we just don't get this many props on a single game in any sport at all. You know what I mean? This is it. So I enjoy it. And we're not even into like the Bad Bunny halftime show yet. I'm not bets on that as well. I've been scouring Twitter, trying to get some intel on what the first song is, last song, that kind of stuff. So, it's a blast. All that stuff is a good time.
Yeah, I feel like I got so many messages about that because I listen to a lot of Hispanic music. I listen to a lot of reggaeton, and it's I got a lot of messages this week asking people just asking me what's up and what do you think. And I saw the best odd one. It's probably the one I would guess. It was I think it's I saw -125. I don't think it's that one. It's
no, it's TT me.
TT Pergonta.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be that one. I thought about taking some no on Kalshi because it was no was even money on Kalshi. And honestly, there's just a lot of options. And I feel like maybe he starts with one off the most recent album. I feel like the thing is probably more of like dedication to Puerto Rico than it is party vibes. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what the album's about. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. Nueva Yo, that's a good guess as well. I think that's a good. But that one could be the closer, is what I'm seeing from a lot of people as well. So it's a little tricky. I might take that one to be the last song, but I got to get some more intel.
No, for sure. I also want to get this out there. I'm sure I'll bring this up a couple of times. My Twitter is completely hacked. Like bad. So like I have no idea what's going on with my Twitter. So don't interact with me on my actual Twitter. It's weird because I had no idea that our buddy Birdman was hacked, and I was trying to help him out, and I'm like, oh shit, well now I'm helping him out and I just fucked myself over there. So yeah, we'll figure out. I might have to make a new account completely, bro. It's just I'm very lucky they just hit the account and they didn't hit the attachment to the YouTube, which is through StreamYard on a full separate account, a separate server. So I got lucky to be able to continue to do this on that account there. But yeah, I just want to give you a heads up. So if you see a message from me, it's probably not me.
Yeah, do not DM PPS right now. Not a good time. Yeah, and it just happened to a couple people too. So just if anyone sends you any kind of link, honestly, I just avoid it. Seems like a couple people have gotten their accounts hacked on Twitter recently. So just be a little careful out there if you can. And obviously, hopefully we can get Twitter support to fix your shit, but I don't know.
I have negative faith in X Twitter to do anything positive to help me out. So we'll just want to put that out there first. I'm sure I'll bring it up later when we have more people popping in, but God, dude, frustrating morning before we have a big show like this.
Yeah, no, that's a real shit start to the day. I'd be spazzing out if I were you still. So you're more composed than I would be. I mean,
yeah, I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll, like I said, figure something out. I see most of the people that are in here are from Twitter. So like, I don't know how that's working right now. And how it's going to keep going. But yeah, these people just keep like telling me to send them money for shit. And I'm like, bro, this is fucking stupid. So we can just talk some football here and hopefully win a couple bets for you guys. And by that time, hopefully I'll have Twitter back and we'll be ready to go. But like I said, I have negative faith in Twitter X to do something positive for me.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. You're going to be talking to fucking Gronk for like 3 hours just in circles, but well, you still got YouTube here, obviously, and hopefully you can, figure it out in the meantime.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully we can continue to put out shows and do it that way. But yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you can, I have no fucking clue, dude. I have no clue. I went through their entire, help process. There ain't a person, bro. It's just fucking just send me an email. Send me an email, bro. Say the same email 9 times, and it has not done anything. So, we'll see. Maybe that guy will do it for me and help me out, and we'll see. But in the meantime, let's talk some bets here. Um, Obviously, we got a ton of different options to choose from. I know the fun one always is you got a link on that Gatorade color or what, Stu?
Not yet, not yet. And last year it steamed and it was wrong, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I don't even think I bet it because it steamed and I was like, this seems off. I don't know. We'll see. There's been a lot of trends in past years because Mahomes was there multiple times and Hurts was there. So like they had data on what these guys had on the sideline before. But we don't really have that, I don't think, or at least I haven't seen many posts about it yet. So if anyone does have info on what either of these two teams, normally carry as their Gatorade, I haven't seen that. Normally I see it on Twitter. Like my algorithm just knows. But if anyone does know, DM me and we'll give it a shot. Because normally winning team, right? So probably likely Seattle. So it's like what Gatorade does Seattle normally have? Is there a consistency? You probably have to go back and watch some tape, to get all the answers on that. I don't know if I'm that committed, honestly, for the Gatorade color.
Yeah, that one I stayed away from. I don't think I've ever bet on the Gatorade color at all. But yeah, I didn't go there. I know that's a big one there. Monaco, I know is a big song there. I don't think that's a starter song though, dude. I literally had somebody texting me and sent me the numbers or whatever and everything through there, and I think he sent me. I gotta take Bali, and then sends me like I have a sampled intro that people will like, and it's 45 seconds. I'm like, well, yeah, but I just feel like the first 30 seconds of TT is like it's just like I think that's why I kind of thought about it. Like that
I can see it.
30 seconds is just like kind of perfect for a starter.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that one is kind of long. And the other one, he's opened his tour with La Mudanza. So that's what he opens with normally. So that could be in consideration. I believe there's a spoken word part in the beginning of that. So I don't know. It's like I listen to all the intros because I'm trying to think like what would be the best here. But I don't think it's going to be Monaco. I just because Monaco is like, once again, more club like vibe. And I feel like this is going to be a little bit more like Puerto Rico vibe. And honestly, funnily enough, Bovada has Bad Bunny to verbally shout out Puerto Rico at minus 3,300. So if you've got like, I don't know, $3,000 laying around to make $10, that's probably the limit or whatever. But hey, you can make a free $10 because he's going to do that like 14 times. So
yeah,
there's some free money for you.
Well, if you're dropping 3 racks, you get 100. So it's finding $100 bill on the fucking on the fucking ground right there. If you got 3 racks sitting around, I doubt they'll let you do it in that market, but it is what it is. Orange Cash in Seattle's only Super Bowl win. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
That's not
a long time ago.
Yeah, no, that's not a real. That's not a real.
Is there anybody even still there? Bobby Wagner, bro. You got to bring Bobby back for that.
That's what I said. We got to get him on a 10-day, or an honorary contract or whatever. But no, that was too long ago. If anything, maybe like I was gonna say what did like Darnold have or whatever. But I'm like, that doesn't fucking matter. I don't know. Like last year in the playoffs. But yeah, who knows? And yeah, same with Patriots. Like that was so long ago. I guess McDaniels is still there, but I don't think he's calling the Gatorade shots, But yeah, no, I'm curious if I see anything, I'll let y'all know. But I haven't seen anything good on that yet.
Yes, sir. Let's keep it rolling here. Obviously, I'm just looking overview of the game. I don't think we've seen any movement anywhere. I think the only thing that changed was the juice has gone to Seattle now. It's minus 115 on that to the 4.5. But other than that, it's been pretty straightforward. It hasn't really moved too much. And hopefully Seattle can take care of business. I don't even care if they really cover. I have them in that money line thing 2 or 3 ways with some UFC bets. I wish it was a better UFC card, bro. I like the cross ones. They the cross ones with UFC are always fun. But I'm not really betting this card very much. So
did you look at it though? Because I was gonna ask you about one of them, the Almeida takedowns. I want to say against who was it? Drake May passing touchdowns. I think.
Is it Jailton?
Yeah, Almeida and Kuniev total takedowns in that fight versus Drake May passing touchdowns.
I'd probably take the takedowns. Honestly, I
would too, but the problem is the DraftKings market has it where there's a tie as an option.
Oh, that's nasty,
and that sucks. That does suck. Because that feels more live when just like 2 is probably the most. Like Blades got 2 takedowns on Kuniev in their last fight. Almeida can probably do more than that, but if May has 3. I don't know. And also, what if he takes him down and just finishes him or isn't able to get back up, But I probably, just for the sake of it, I probably will toss a couple bucks on that one. Just because Almeida is a chain wrestler. It's what he does. He gets people down. And I don't think May's going to have a lot of passing touchdowns, to be honest. Like May rushing touchdown hurts that as well, So, or Ramondre on the ground or whatever. So, I'll probably toss a couple bucks on that just because honestly, I've made it like 1.4 touchdowns, so most likely being like 1. And Almeida, I would assume, is juiced for 2 takedowns, right? Like, or at least solid. I don't know if they posted that yet, but that's my little UFC crossover. But like you said, there's not actually that much up for it, honestly. If there's something involving Bautista, right? He's in the main event, I want to say, against Oliveira. If there's something with his significant strikes compared to something else, I would take.
No.
But there's nothing like that yet. Hoping we get more. We still got some time, but
hopefully they'll give us something. But I'm not seeing too much because that's usually where I've been going the last couple of years. Has been the UFC as my long shot one and making sure I do it that way. But I was going to say one other thing. There's probably one other thing I was going to mention. What was the other one? Fuck, I'll come up with it. I'll usually find it here in a sec. But total hasn't moved at all. We have everything kind of staying the same there. So I think it's time to talk some fun props here. I feel like there's got to be more coming here, right? There's got to be more coming throughout these next couple days. I would assume, at least I'm hoping, that we see some. Let's. This is what I was gonna say. Was the first touchdown. I feel like the first touchdown has been usually one I like to play a lot of the time. This one is just like they just juiced the hell out of the over on 10.5, and it's like minus 160, minus 170 on a lot of these places right now. And I'm like, usually they'll give me way better prices on it. Usually they'll just be even money on it. But obviously JSN being 11 kind of throws everything for a loop, with him being probably the highest odds to do something.
Wait, so are you talking about jersey number of the touchdown? Gotcha. Yeah, that's one I never bet. I know you talk about that one in the past, and I know people
do that one,
math and stuff, but I hate thinking through it. I'll let someone else do that effort, there. But yeah, I never mess with that one, honestly. But I probably will have like just a general first touchdown bet on the game, but. Or do you know what I actually like in that first touchdown department? It's more specific. It's first Patriots touchdown to be Drake May. I like that one. You get like 400 or something good on it. Like is what? You got Ramondre, obviously, and then I guess one of the outside guys. But I think if they get close, May is just going to take it himself. And that also brings me to another one that people talk about every year, not just the jersey, but the distance of the shortest touchdown. Every single year.
1.5 every year.
Yep. Every year. And normally in the years of the tush push and all that stuff, like with Hurts, I normally liked the under. I kind of like the over in this one. I'm curious what you think about that, because both of these two teams aren't like short yardage teams. They're like explosive teams. And also you already know I like the under, so I don't think there's going to be as many opportunities, but I'm curious if you have you looked at that one at all.
Yeah, you don't have the Eagles, so that obviously takes that out, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess you have the Barner push, the tight end push that they've been using.
Barely do it, though. They barely do it.
But I know you mentioned they barely go for it on fourth down anyway. And if you get the 4th and 1s, just all that on top of it. So, I don't mind it. I think that, in my opinion, that's the only way to really go if I like the under as much as I do. So, Yeah, I think I definitely would lean that way with you with the over 1.5 as our option there. But let's get to some novelty. I know you are doing a DraftKings one. I believe mine might be 2. I'll have to pop it up there. I don't remember if it's a DraftKings. I think it's a FanDuel one for our long shot, but I'll kick it over to you to start us.
Sounds good. Cat is Carl Anthony Towns. It looks like half of Kit Kat right there when it's not capitalized. Carl Anthony Towns, Knicks, forward, big, center, all the above, whatever. To have more points than the Patriots team total. We're taking this one over on DraftKings Sportsbook. And yeah, I mean, Cat has had 26 and 33 points against the Celtics so far this year. He averages 20 points a game. And the Celtics just added Vucevic at center, which is like, that's even better. Like, I'll take that matchup 10. I mean, they're going to be attacking the paint there. I mean, I saw people making jokes that it was like Porzingis kind of without the defense, like they brought back the big white guy that can shoot. But a lot of what Porzingis provided was that rim protection on the backside. And I mean, you don't really get any of that with Vucevic. And with the drop stuff that Vucevic plays, shooting bigs can just be raining down shots all day. So, I mean, what a bad game is like Cat, like 15, 16 kind of points, you could still win. In a defensive kind of game like this, once again, like I think the Patriots lose, but I do think the Patriots' path to victory isn't looking like, Mahomes' prime or whatever. I think it's an ugly kind of grimy defensive victory. So I think Cat, even if both of these two teams are on their off day, I still think Cat can win. But obviously, if Cat's on his peak, like 26-33, like he did earlier in the year, then I think it's going to be very, very tricky for the Patriots to catch up to him. So, I don't know where this is besides DraftKings. I'm going to try to do some more line shopping and stuff after this. I don't think FanDuel has the cross sports at all right now. And maybe like Caesars does. Caesars normally is pretty good about this stuff, but yeah, I like Cat to outscore the Patriots this weekend. And this game, I believe, is on Sunday. So both of them are Sunday matchups. So you have a little bit of time, if I'm correct, to get that one in.
Yeah, I'm finding I definitely like the Cat look. I doubt that we'll see Vucevic playing defense even in the new setting. Right? I doubt that. That's really not what he's there for. I feel like he knows his role. He's very good at it. 3-point shooting, offensive-minded center there. So definitely like that one there. And on mine, I'm going to actually go with a game that's on Sunday. So it's Ohio State facing Michigan. And I'm going to take Ohio State more threes than JSN catches. And I think I have JSN catches for one of my parts of my plays, right? 6. I just truly don't think Ohio State's going to be able to score the ball in the paint at all. I know some of you guys, if you watch college basketball, you remember the name Christoph Tilly. That is the center here, the guy from Germany. He is going to get absolutely fucking manhandled by those bigs for Michigan. Michigan has some monsters, dude. Has absolute monsters in the paint. I know he had a decent game that first time, but I don't believe Yaxel was fully healthy in that game either. They're just so big. Michigan is such a big team. I believe they're second or third in overall height. The only other team that's higher than them is Illinois, and they're starting like a 6'7" or 6'8" point guard. So that'll obviously do it. You look at the three highest scorers for Michigan. It is Mara, who's a center, Maresh Johnson, who's a forward, and Yaxel, who's a forward. They're all bigs. They're all big dudes. Yaxel's 6'9". I believe Johnson 6'9" as well, and then you got a 7-footer. And those are your top 3 scorers. So the nice part is I think Ohio State does have a path to victory. They're at home, right? First off, which they shoot 4% better from 3. At home, we saw in that first matchup a little lower scoring than I expected that game to be. It was 74-62. But they shot 27 threes in that game. And honestly, I expect to see shoot more. I'm expecting them to do way more than that. And honestly, they shoot 35% at home from 3. They shot 30%. They still made 8. Right? And now you have you shoot better at home. You still got some stud guards on this team, right? Thornton, Mobley, both very, very good guards in the Big Ten. I think this is a spot where I think Ohio State keeps it close at least through the first half, maybe a little bit into that second half. But I don't see a way that they go and not shoot 33s in this game. And if we're shooting 33s, and I get 9, right, and that's still underneath their season percentage. It's a tough day for JSN, especially when he's been as explosive as he has been. I talked to you guys a ton about alpha receivers against this New England team, and they were putting up big plays too. So that's why I'm not messing around with JSN yards. I'm messing around with the catches. I saw, like I said, Drake London, I think, had 9, had like 4 of them. I think he had 3 1-yard touchdowns in that game, right? So some of those will skew it up. But I think he gets like 7 catches, 8 catches. I think Ohio State has to make 10 threes to keep this game close. So a 10 reception performance. Damn, that was a lot harder than I expected to say. 10 reception performance for JSN. If you want to just take that, is plus 350, right? So I like this spot here. I think Ohio State has to make that many threes to keep this one even remotely close. So sign me up. I'll be rolling with Ohio State in the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I like the look. Obviously I don't know much about college, so I never would have looked in this window, but definitely adding it to the ever growing card here, especially because I know you like JSN. So obviously that has to factor into it as well when you're looking at this. Is like you think JSN does pretty well, but like you said, it seems like the game state and the interior defense is going to make it so that they got to shoot a shit ton of threes. And at that point, like you said, at home is big in college as well. Like you like the look of that. You like the volume. And that's really all you can ask for at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. Yeah. 30, I think they're shooting 27 in Michigan. That's how many threes they put up. So expecting big numbers like that yet again to keep this thing rolling. Stu, a couple other ones I know you were talking about. What were the other ones? I know you brought up a little bit before we started the show.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. I think for me, there's a market that you guys know I like longest reception and stuff like that. And I see it on DraftKings, and then also like Bovada has some good like prices like on the offshores and stuff. Which by the way, offshores are great for betting on the Super Bowl. Like they're the ones with the Bad Bunny props and stuff. Although I think Kalshi and stuff, those like Poly Market being in helps now too. But just thing about Poly Market and stuff is you're probably betting against people that have like inside information. Like I would not be betting on the national anthem at this point, right? It's already, the line's moved, and the line doesn't move, 4 or 5 seconds for no reason, right? It's because somebody fucking knows, because people record the practice or they know someone or blah, blah, blah. So I would just be careful on like Kalshi, I guess, if you're betting like information markets, because people are going to know that information and you're not. So you're kind of the sucker. But offshores do have a ton of good options, but DraftKings does well. I like the first catch market. So like a player, the distance of their first catch. And there's a couple that are interesting. I like Stephon Diggs under 9.5 yards on his first catch. He only has like 2 10-plus yard catches in the postseason so far. His ADOT's been really low. Booty, who once again, I don't like in this game, but offshores have 10.5. DraftKings has 12.5 for his longest catch. When he is involved, I think it's going to be down the field. I don't think he's getting those screens. I think that's for, over the middle, those short crossers and stuff. That's for like Diggs. That's for Douglas, the running backs, Henry. Like Booty, when he does get work, I think it's going to be down the field. And then Rashid Shaheed, they took off DraftKings, or maybe it was never on, but it is on offshores as well. And I like Rashid Shaheed over 12.5 for his longest first catch, because what is he doing? He's out there. He's running straight down the field. And do I think Shaheed's going to be really involved? Not really. Like, I think he'll get some trick plays. He'll get a downfield look or two. But honestly, like, I don't think it's going to be just like a 6-yard, like Cooper Kupp has those over the middle, like easy completions. AJ Barner, the running backs, even JSN can do that as well. If they're trying to get him away from Gonzalez on the outside, they get him with a screen. Like that's just not really Shaheed as much. I think Shaheed is a boomer bust player. So, and same with Booty as well. So I thought those markets were fun. I don't know if you have any thoughts on any of those props, but
not those ones specifically. I always think it's funny that I feel like people are going to go read these next gen stats and think that these guys, like, you know how fucking hard it is to guess how fast these dudes are going to run in the game.
Those are tough. Those are tough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they give you that right under the novelty prop, so you click on them and be like, "Oh, Rashid Shaheed's fast. I'm going to take his over." Like, he needs to be in open space to get to that top market. You know,
but it's like, do they count special teams? Because
I don't know.
That's so big. Like a free release, like whatever, and then whoever Marcus Jones could maybe be it if he gets the on the other side. Like I don't know, like those markets are tough. I did think about Booty under 18.5 because once again, I think when he does get catches, it's going to be like contested catch. Like what's Booty's path to having a fast run in general? He's not a fast guy. It's I guess beating someone down the field and then catching the ball in stride and running, like not having to stop and go back for the ball, catching it in stride and like running to a touchdown, I guess. But he's not getting a screen. They're not giving him a chance. Like, I don't know. And even Diggs, I saw people on Diggs' under like miles per hour. He's going to be getting some like short crossers in space probably. Like he's going to have room to run. That's what I want to avoid. I know he's old, so I think that's why people are taking it. But like I would only bet overs on people you think are going to get the ball in space, like you said, not just like a wide receiver that's like a contested catch guy or something. Hollins as well could be good for the under. So yeah, I don't know. Those are tough though. I don't like Booty's probably the only one I'm going to bet, honestly. I don't think I'm going to take any other of those, but they're always tempting, like fastest ball carrier of the game or whatever, stuff like that.
Travion Henderson under 17.5 miles per hour fastest.
Yeah.
I expect to watch him run into the back of someone. So
he's just so boom or bust. Like, why would you take 17.5 over when you could just take like 20-yard run instead? You know, that's how, or 20-yard.
That's the only way that's hitting, bro.
Yeah, it's like, and you get way better odds on that, you know, than otherwise. But I did notice it was juiced to the under. Someone's definitely been taking some unders on him there.
For sure. Let's keep looking. I don't know. Yeah, FanDuel is a little tougher to go there. I know for me, I took the under on first downs. I think it's 39.5 minus 120. I took under 39.5 there, obviously liking the under in the game as well. So that kind of goes into this spot as well.
No, I like the under first downs. That's a good look. And that one should be pretty much like most, it's kind of buried. It's not easy. I would like Control F, use the search bar as much as possible too, because they make this stuff really hard to find. But I agree. I like the under first down looks, especially when both teams rely on explosive plays so much, you know, like it's kind of same logic we were talking about earlier. Like both of them rely on those big ones, and that's just less slow drives where you compile a bunch of first downs there. And also fucking like we said, Seattle doesn't go for it either, which is it like early on, you know, like if you're looking for like a midfield kind of thing or whatever, Seattle has only gone for it 12 times this year. That's like by far the lowest, none in the playoffs as well. Or none successful. Maybe they won one. I don't know. I don't think they went at all. So, you know, it's just like more small micro kind of edges there, but no, I like that spot. And it's also one that like is never posted, you know, during the regular season. But hey, Super Bowl, right?
Bro, I think just because I talked about Jason Myers on here, I will sprinkle him MVP at plus 10,000, bro.
Oh my god!
He's kicking 4 field goals, bro.
That's disgusting.
I'm waiting for this to happen. It's gonna be 15-7, 5 Jason Myers, and I'm gonna be able to look back 30 years from now and be like, You guys ever remember only kicker to ever win the MVP? And I'm gonna be like, I just made that. Yeah, you know who was talking about that? Me. And I just talked about him on the show, so I feel like it just is mandatory that I put at least $5 on that.
But like
to just
in the game where he does that, there are probably more worthwhile people, right? Like,
if they 5 field goals,
5 field goals.
I mean, you're not scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, but then someone like Eamon Wari on defense, or maybe someone has picks, right? Drake may get sacked 4 times by one of those great, like Dexter Lawrence or whatever. Like, I don't know, because that's what I'm doing
right now. I have
long shots. I mean, I'm just trying to find a path, and like I get what you're saying in the low scoring thing, but like they'd probably just reward someone else, because it's kind of embarrassing for the NFL to give the award to a kicker. Like no one wants that, you know. So I think they'd want to highlight the defensive effort rather than the special teams that nobody gives a fuck about, you know?
Damn, bro.
So yeah, I would not advise anyone to tail this play. Just
Well, I will say I don't know if anyone has had better luck with the whispering with the kickers here than your boy
take field
on long
goals then.
shots.
Take
So
field goals, not Super Bowl MVP.
he's gonna be super. Jason Myers already got eight US dollars from me to win
Nice.
MVP. I'll be winning like $900 if he fucking wins it for $8.
I hope later you watch one of those commercials where there's like the sad dogs on the TV and you go, damn, I could have gave my $8 to some lonely dog that needs help out there or something, you know, like, I don't know. Or, you know,
Dude,
maybe
and then what happens when it hits? That's the thing. What happens when it hits?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there, you know. But I will say I'm also going to be donating money on Super Bowl MVP. I bet Christian Gonzalez. I bet some Marcus Jones. So they're not winning either. So, but I can't make fun of you too much. But,
I know the worst part is I think Christian Gonzalez has worse odds. I think
it depends on the book. He's kind of
they're the exact same odds on DraftKings.
Yeah, that's insane.
On my other books, I'm seeing Myers have better odds than Christian Gonzalez.
That's just disrespectful, guys.
Oh man! And hey, you know why? You just talked about insider information, moving lines. People know Jason Myers, bro.
Well, I don't think there's any possible inside information unless McDonald in the locker room was like, guys, field goals are the only way we win this game. You know, we're taking the ball out of Darnold's hands. You know, remember who punted on or went out in punt formation on like I guess a fake punt touchdown being the only or fake field goal touchdown can get it for you, but I don't know. That's in the real crazy world. Have you looked? Speaking of the fake field goal stuff, have you looked at any of the like 2-point conversion or maybe a trick play like over 2.5 players to throw a pass? Have you looked at any stuff like that?
I've not done any of those, no.
Because I feel like Scrooge when I'm looking at this shit. All the fun stuff that people love, I like the juiced under version of it. Players to complete a pass. Neither of these two teams do that shit at all. Chisholm is the only one that got one, and he's not going to be active for this game. And then people are pointing to McDaniels in the past with Edelman, but Edelman's the only player to ever have done that in the playoffs for him. Like, it's not like he's just calling him up all the time. It's because Edelman had a specific skill set as a younger.
Yeah, he actually could throw it. Yeah, he could actually throw it.
So I don't think they're doing it. And then McDonald, once again, great on defense. Kubiak's good, but they're from like I don't think they're doing. It's not Ben Johnson out here calling that stuff. So honestly, I like it's juiced up a little bit, but I do like the under 2.5 players to complete a pass in this game.
What's the odds on that?
It's like minus 200 or something like that. It's not a fun plus money, you know, kind of thing people like, but I do think it's like the right side of it, honestly. Was there another one? I was trying to think. There's another one like that too that people always talk about. I guess it's just like players to complete a pass, and then I guess there's some long shots like people to score a touchdown. I did see FanDuel had any like linemen to score a touchdown at like 2,500. I kind of like that because Chris Tonga and Milton Williams for the Patriots, they play on offense. Tonga more than Williams, they play fullback on their big like 1 yard rush plays. So I'm wondering, could we get him handed the ball off instead of Ramondre, or could we get a play action where they throw it to him out of the fullback position? So I like Tonga as like a heavy sleeper for a touchdown there as well. You know, or just like
I don't see him on here at all.
Yeah, you got to. He's under specials, I think, but I don't know. But you could take. I think you should be able to take the lineman to score a touchdown. I don't remember that. It should be in special somewhere.
How much money am I? I'm gonna feel like the guy who bet on green when I take no touchdown scores on roulette. You know, you take green when everybody can all these other ones. I just say, hey, no touchdowns.
I don't hate it. Okay, fine. I'll talk about one more then. You just reminded me of another one. I don't want to keep spamming people with random shit because most of this is really kind of random at the end of the day. I feel like we're just having some fun. But so I had a couple with the Patriots. I had what will happen first, a punt or a score for the Patriots, and I took punt. And then what will happen first, a touchdown or a sack, and I took sack. Both on FanDuel. So, you know.
What do you think about the total sacks in game? I'm seeing right now on one of my books at 6. It's plus 140. I think 5.5 is like the normal line there.
Yeah, I've overs. I took over 5.5, and I took Seattle themselves to have 5+ sacks. We've seen May sacked a ton, and May also gets tripped up scrambling a lot, which adds to the sack number. Where it's like not a huge sack, or he goes out of bounds 1 yard behind the line, like that still counts, you know. So I like his upside at like 300 for 5. But yeah, I like the game over in sacks as well. I'm going to be writing a little about that. I told you on one of the other shows I have Barmore sack individually at 300 as well, like 330. That's a good price. So yeah, I like sacks in this game. Both guys are susceptible. I have to imagine the instruction to Sam Darnold is your defense is fucking awesome. Take a sack if you have to. Don't do any of that Sam Darnold bullshit. You know, like let's not be CJ Stroud. Don't be a hero. Go down 5 yards. We can take it. We got an awesome defense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be like a sack is the end of the world. A turnover is the end of the world for Darnold. So I like sacks on both sides. The problem is if one team gets a shit ton of sacks, it kind of takes away from the total sack market in a way, right? Because if you're sacking a ton and you're winning, you're probably also then handing the ball off on offense and probably not dropping back. So like I maybe would just go individual team ladders as well. But yeah, I like sacks in general. I'm just obviously if this game doesn't go under and there are no sacks and both teams are just awesome, I'm going to be fucked in this game. But you know, that's the risk you take when you gamble, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, I just sprinkled on that 6 at plus 140. Flat 6 there. But yeah, I feel like we got some good spots here. Yeah, I guess now that we got 120 of you guys in here, just heads up, my Twitter is hacked. I don't know how we're doing this. I luckily connected it to my StreamYard ahead of time. I didn't think that I would need to, but luckily for us, it has worked to use Twitter on this. But I know there's a couple other guys who got their stuff hacked. If anybody has any ways to that you know to help with this, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, if you want to just comment on YouTube or something, obviously any help would be awesome because yeah, this is just was not expecting to start my day off like that. You know, that was not how I expected to start my morning.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, not great. And like we said earlier too, just don't PPS messages with a lottery ticket, you know, or something, I don't know, or a new car for you to buy. It's not real, you know. We don't want you doing that.
Yeah, because I think it's obviously some of our buddies had that happen to them as well, and that's I was trying to help him and then I got screwed. So unfortunate, but
see yeah. Tonga first TD 350-1. You know, I don't think I like that, you know. I mean, it's a good number. I don't know why I'd want to reduce it to first touchdown though. Like
yeah, can you imagine him getting second touchdown?
I know. Like that's all you have. Like, oh my god. I'd be spazzing out on that one. But you know, I mean, it's a crazy number. You definitely, if that won, like you'd be the star of your Super Bowl party. You know, no one's topping that for years, probably ever, realistically.
Yeah, you get the offensive line or defensive lineman to score a touchdown. Jesus Christ, that would be nuts.
But once again, like I said earlier, what I've noticed is you low-key get more credit for winning money on the random halftime show or commercial related like degen props because people don't even know you can bet on that. So that's always those have been some of my most fun wins, you know. But honestly, Bovada's not looking that good. Like with their options right now, like I will say long shots, they make it tricky to pronounce. But like Will Bad Bunny mentioned Trump in his performance is plus 550. Doesn't seem like a bad look. I believe there's one of his like last year Kendrick did a thing where he put like Trump's voice in as well. We could see that with Bad Bunny. So I don't know. That's the only long shot I see on there that looks good. Like last year they were hilarious. They were like Taylor Swift to get married, Taylor Swift to be proposed to. It's like, oh my god. And you know people were betting that shit too. It's like the worst part. But this year it's not anything as is crazy on. It's like, will Bad Bunny, Calvin Klein's be visible? Like, who the fuck knows the answer? Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't. Some of them are kind of random, but that's what I got so far. Hopefully, I guess guest appearances and stuff might come up as well. Oh, I see that now. J Balvin -160.
What's
Jennifer
Drake at?
Lopez. I don't think Drake's doing that song that they have. Let me see.
Bro,
plus 1,200. Plus 1,200.
Dude, that's getting my money, bro. Dude, he ain't missing this, bro. He ain't missing this.
Maybe. I don't know.
Kentucky, he wouldn't fucking layup lines with Kentucky basketball, dude. This guy's coming out in a Seahawks jersey. But I hope he comes out in a Patriots jersey. Also, my bet's fucked.
Here's the thing, though, right? He's got the beef with Kendrick, right? Kendrick does the full thing last year, right? And then now, what, Drake is just going to be a bitch and be a little guest appearance? Like, he couldn't even get a whole thing? Like, I don't know, man. It's not a good look, I don't know. And these 1,200 for a reason,
It feels like pretty good odds there for me to take a little sprinkle on that.
Also, I saw an interview with J Balvin saying he wasn't going to. Obviously, they're not really supposed to, but I did see him saying he wasn't. But I don't know if that's actually really meaningful or not. Mark Anthony, maybe a little plus money, paying tribute to to some the people that paved the way. I see that on there. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm glad. I gotta look more into this. You gotta find like the real degens on Twitter that like know about this random. Like I need the Bad Bunny experts, out there, to help us out. But yeah, excited. I love betting on all this random stuff. See, now I didn't even I scrolled down and now there's way more random shit that I didn't even notice was on here. So I'm excited to dive into it. Excited to, keep winning money on random shit, right? It's Super Bowl. Why not?
For sure. But we will I think we should be fine to do our normal NBA stuff on Monday. I doubt everything will be taken care of by then, but hopefully I'll be able to still do the show through Twitter. I guess this is a perfect time to segue into make sure you subscribe to YouTube because I don't know if I'm going to be able to push this through again. I have no idea what these guys plan to do with that account now. So we'll try my best. Hopefully Twitter can do something about it, but make sure you go sub over on YouTube, guys. I will we'll have all the shows on here just in case I can't let you know that we're going live or doing all that. Probably the easiest way is for you just to go sub over here where we're at right now because I have no idea what's gonna be coming these next couple of days.
Yeah, and obviously I'll if you have any announcements you need, I can tweet it out through you as well, like on my account as well for any people that want to stay up to date there. But we'll see. Hoping for the best. I did find one more, I have to say, Bad Bunny related prop. We're gonna go max bet, which probably $50. Bad Bunny to not perform an unreleased song at -245. That should be like minus like 900 or something like that. Like, why would he? Like, the dude has like catalogs of Grammy-winning music. He's not as popular in the American market. This is going to be a newer fan base to a lot of people for him. Why the fuck would he perform an unreleased song? That makes no sense to me. So
what was the odds on that?
It's -245.
Wow.
Which, like I said, I would have like -900. So that's my lock of the day, guys. Lock of the day, $50 probably max bet, maybe even 25 depending on your Bovada account out there. But that's a winner. That's a winner. I want that one on my official record. I'm dropping -245 bangers out here.
Let me. I don't even think I can find that. What, you're only on Bovada for that one?
Yeah, I assume like all the prop, like Bet Online will have it too, like all the prop builder stuff. But it's Super Bowl specials. And you just keep scrolling down, and you keep getting more bullshit, and then you find a banger like this one right here.
Yeah, and please, for the love of God, I just hope people aren't betting juice on these fucking coin toss bets. Don't fucking. Go. I had to put that out there before we leave. Just go flip a coin with your buddy for $5, for God's sake. Like, that's really what your odds are here, bro. Like, I just had to put that out there because I know people do it and they'll be like, "Oh, I have heads." I'm like, "Well, did you get plus on each side, or what are we doing here? Like, you should be getting minus 110 on either one." It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I forgot. We normally say something about that, but yeah, don't play the fucking coin toss props. You're paying juice for 50-50. Like, that's crazy. Like, I guess, funnily enough, that's just the life of a casual sports bettor in a nutshell, is paying juice unnecessarily. But still, don't do it. Like you said, just turn to your buddy and bet with him. Like, there's no reason to give the book a little extra cash here. And they post it for a reason. They do make money. So, and even ESPN, why are you putting money into the book, or why are you spending that capital in your book on the coin toss? It's just not a wise investment, in my opinion. But I do see a Wizards team total. Yeah, they're going to try to lose for the rest of the year. So it's going to be interesting. They beat the Pistons with Sharif Cooper and Anthony Gill yesterday. So I don't know. It's going to be a sweat. It's going to be a fucking sweat.
What are they at right now?
It's up, I think 13 or 14 then after last night. 14. Yeah. But there's like a 7-team tank off right now. Like full on. Like the Pacers just fully committed to the tank with that Zubac trade. Like, I mean, and those top 4 are really highly coveted as well. So, man, like, it's gonna be they're gonna try to lose. So it'll be interesting. They play the Pacers twice. That's gonna be like the tank bowl of the century. I'm hyped. I'm ready to bet on it.
Hey, gotta give final shouts. 130 of you guys in here. Big shouts. I feel like we were fans of this guy before he got his chance after Keontae went down. But Isaiah Collier, bro, what are these last 96 minutes in back-to-back games? Putting up some fucking 25 and 12 last night. I don't really know how you can play both him and George at the same time. It kind of makes it tough, but because they're Keontae's kind of tall, but he's not a shooting guard. He's a true point guard too. But fuck, not bad, Jazz. Not bad to have both those guys on your team.
No, I agree. NBA's been fun. It's a lot of random, guys kind of stepping up. But hey, and yeah, Washington tank commander to remember, Will Riley. This dude's been hooping as the backup. He's actually looking kind of good out there too. So that'll be the Washington tank commander to focus on. Collier, unfortunate thing is his assist was 11.5 last night, or like 10.5. They're ready now. You know what I mean? They're not. You're not catching them by surprise anymore. But he's a beast.
Yeah, I saw that. And same thing with Jalen Johnson, bro. It's so fucking hard.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I tried to take his rebounds assist. It was fucking 20.5. And he still smashed it by almost 10. But I couldn't do it. I just took triple-double at plus 180, and luckily got there.
I was going to say, I took the real disgusting, like, plus 200 triple-double that you're like, oh, you feel so bad taking that. And then he goes out there and puts up, like, 25, 17, and you're like, oh, never mind. This is a great bet. Like, he's the new Russ. I mean, he's going to be at, like, minus 110 for a triple-double here, which is just, like, shout out to him. Dude's a beast. And my boy Corey Kispert out there benefiting as well. Bet on him last night. So, yeah, we'll have some more NBA here. But obviously, do you want to do one more quick recap before we get out? Just say the props real quick from earlier and get out of here. Sounds good. I had Karl Anthony Towns more points than the Patriots team total over on DraftKings.
And I took Sunday, Ohio State, more threes than JSN catches at minus 130. I actually really like that spot, even though I do really like JSN as well in this game. But I think Buckeyes going to play him tough this week, closer than that 12-point game in the first matchup.
Sounds good. And obviously, if you want stuff beyond that, just listen to the whole thing. I mean, we talked a bunch of shit, a bunch of random stuff. And I think there's some good stuff in there. I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Stu, I don't know if there's going to be – I will almost forget that my entire Twitter is fucking hacked to shit when Jason Myers wins this fucking MVP.
Oh, my
God.
God.
I'm going to be sitting on this soapbox, and it's going to be the biggest soapbox in the history of the universe as the only kicker to ever win Super Bowl MVP, and it's going to be, you heard it here first. That boy is going to happen. I'm going to make sure I'm going to ladder the field goals, take it all the way up. It's Jason Myers season, baby.
Well, as an under better, I'm rooting for you. And if you win that, obviously, as your friend, I'll be happy for you. So, you can make fun of me for years, but I won't be mad. I'll be happy for you at the end of the day. So, hey,
yeah, it's going to be 21-10, 7 field goals, bro. 21-10, 7 field goals.
Hey, stranger things have happened. Not much, but slightly.
Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to see that again, but well, hopefully. It's the year of the kicker, dude. It's the year of the kicker. I just wish it was the Chargers and I could bet Cameron Dicker props to oblivion, but can't do that because they stink. So, all right, guys, we will be back on Monday. Like I said, make sure you sub on YouTube. I don't know what's all going to be happening with my Twitter account here. Hopefully it stops being hacked and I can figure it out, but no promises, have no clue. But yeah, sub over on YouTube so you know when we go live, and probably doing a lot more over here on the daily basis. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck and enjoy the Super Bowl with your friends and family.